Martin's back! The money's back! Tiddy's here! Hey up today! So then we're back. A couple of days before Christmas. We're down at Houghton Lodge. Plenty to cover, plenty to talk about in this one. What I'm trying to plan to do is do like a little vlog about the build up to this trial that Houghton Lodge are holding, aimed at like beginners, more Clubman level riders if you like. And then I'm going to do one actually on the day as well. Like I've always said, Houghton's really close to me, so it's somewhere that I come a lot. It's somewhere that honestly now I'm not just saying this, like I said before, I still pay my way here. It's somewhere that's now worth a visit. It's worth coming to, just because of the time and the effort the guys are putting in down here to make it just that little bit better. Before it was very natural, very woody. Now there's quite a lot of stuff that's been put in. So yeah, we'll cover loads of stuff today. I want to try and catch up with Cressy. He's here somewhere because he's put a hell of a lot of time in down here, as have the two guys driving diggers, Josh and Alan. So yeah, I'll show you some features I've put in. We're going to try and set it. We're going to try and set some sections out, whatever else, ride some sections, and just see how we go. Like I said, get one out hopefully before Christmas. Hopefully, this week the build-up's been horrendous.
Hey Nave, yeah. Just said this bike's been out about 6 hours today. It looks pretty good. Oh, wait on. Hey up.
Yeah, guess why we're repairing it.
Oh, you've been down here all day, Nathan. You've not done much. What's going off?
Some dad has drove buggy into the woods, and then went to get some chains.
Have we got any pick? Oh, Josh, Gav, what it you?
It was you, Mr. Cresswell.
No, not guilty.
100%.
Right, what? I'm going to get a story here. What's happened is we've been building, as you can see, down Houghton, ready for this upcoming trial, and chains got left in woods for a few days. So before they got lost and buried, we went to collect them.
Whoa! You went to collect them.
I went to collect them because these idiots had left them out. We got the chains. We never made it back. We lost steering rack.
Oh, God.
There's
a lot of wee in this, Chris.
There is a lot of wee in there. Took money out division,
Yeah, we're about 6 hours in trying to straighten wheels, and we've had it working once, and then Nathan says, well, let's just nip this bolt back down and see if we can. Well, we can't because we've got no steering again now. So yeah, other than that we've had a cracking day. But anybody who's interested for 27th, there's been some big changes down here. Obviously you can't see much from here, but there's been some hell of a lot of changes, so get yourself down into trial. Very, very easy for whites, a very easy section for yellows, and then your green, which will be a Clubman A's, and your hard route will be testing and challenging as per usual. Here we have it. We've got the walk here. The moment of truth. 6 hours in, come on, get in this passenger seat, let's give it a go. We've got no bonnet, but that don't matter. That's cool. What do you reckon, Nathan?
This is going to work.
Do you not reckon?
No. Well, it might do for about 100 yards.
Can't get in gear now. Moment of truth. Yeah, I'll let you do videoing. He can be cameraman.
It's just when we turn in a minute and it goes straight forward.
I'll punch you.
Oh no!
We've 6 hours on this now, you can't punch you.
What is happening?
Listen, I reckon we take it back now while it's working.
And then just walk back.
We've got a steering, look.
Yeah, it works.
Right, let's put bonnet back on, take it back down. We've never even been in it, officer.
Look at this. What is that? 1 minute. What is that? What?
You just couldn't ride. I've been down here 3 days, I've not had 1 day's riding. Look at my beard, I've not had a wash, you fuck off. I've been going home absolutely every day dead. And I think if I've had 5 minutes on bike all week, that is it. And then it's just been one thing after another.
What is that? Do you reckon that's flat or just
like only a bottom?
I'll thank you. Went home. What's happening there?
That's what I think.
What a day, sis. Slip down
Nave.
the road, he
Really
says.
enjoyed riding my bike today.
Nave said they were going to be on to their last for about 2:30, 3 o'clock.
I like his new alloy, his deal.
Yeah, they don't. Look at that one there, lovely.
Not much, do they?
Fuck's all that about?
There isn't many.
I think it's-
Oh, go on then.
Lovely job, Nave.
Thanks.
Oh, he's got 2 in. That'll do, won't it?
Two, that's it, right?
That'll do,
Lower it
yeah.
down.
Them other 3 are only spares anyway. Cracking job.
First things first though, everyone's favourite subject, bikes. I've got a new one. Well, it's not new, that's a complete lie. It's new to me. So as you know, I had a Vertigo before. I still got Vertigo at home actually. But this gas come up for sale. I just thought it's time for a change. I'm not at a level where it makes any difference what bike you ride. And I genuinely believe that. I've said this before. Like, I honestly don't think whether you ride a 300, 250, 125, at our level, it honestly don't matter. I genuinely think that. I think if you ride something long enough, you'll get used to it. I'm not saying certain bikes don't suit certain riders better, but I honestly don't think it does at this level. I don't. And people may disagree, and they may agree. You know, everyone's got an opinion on it, but yeah. So anyway, here she is, gas. 2000. 1 minute, nearly dropped camera then. 2017. I drove to bloody Ipswich. Oop, on camera again, yeah. I drove to bloody Ipswich to get this. It was a standard thing. As soon as I got down to Ipswich, it started snowing. But yeah, she looks alright. She rides nice. I'll just quickly tell you the things I have changed on it. So, no rider just turned up. So, first things first, what I always change, I struggle to ride without them, is the handlebars. One of my mates calls them BMX bars. I'm not agreeing with him, it's just because of the rise of them. You probably can't tell, well, you can actually from there. The rise of the bars to me makes a massive difference just because I'm taller. Not only from a comfort point of view, but it also feels like, I've mentioned this before, that it feels like I'm more neutral on bike. When I've got the lower bars on, it feels like I'm really far over the front end, and it just doesn't seem to help me. Again, should I be riding with standard bars? Don't know, but I can't. I really struggle without the raised bars. These are Jitsi ones, I think. Yeah, they are the Jitsi ones. Right, other thing I've changed. So, being the athletic, skinny rider that I am, I always change springs to put heavier springs on. 2 reasons on this. Again, preference. This is not saying you have to. I have seen many people for many years now, for the 15, 20 years that I've been riding, just ride on, even if they're heavier, just ride on standard springs. It's absolutely fine. Again, this is just preference. I struggle with the normal springs that comes in bikes because they're made for like a little Spanish dude that probably weighs about as much as like my left leg. And that is probably no joke. Just to give everyone reference on how much I weigh to the springs, I run the heavier springs. I'm 20 stone. I know I don't look it, but yeah, I'm 20 stone. So it's something I have to on every single bike that I buy, whether it's an enduro bike, whether it's a short circuit bike, I have to change the springs because it just don't feel right. On a trials bike, the reason why I change them is because, one, you just generally feel more like you've got more travel because you're not sat as far down in the travel. 2, you don't look as daft because rear mudguard ain't scraping on back wheel. Important that. And 3 is because when you're going over, or normally actually when you're going down stuff, so something like that there, or even that maybe, I don't know, when you're coming down like a little step, when you've got the softer springs, you know, when I've got them in, it just bottoms, it smashes into the skid plate, which the bikes are made for that, they're absolutely fine. But then I feel like in trials, it then kind of unsettles you and it puts you off. Whereas when you've got the heavier springs, because the bash plate in theory just sits higher off the ground, you know, it sits higher off the ground because it's not there's more preload and whatever else. Because the springs are stiffer, blah blah blah, and you just sit a little bit higher on the bike. So the problem is with springs, they're not cheap, and it's not something you can do like mass quick. You can do the forks, like the fork spring on this literally took me a minute. I'm not even joking. It took me a minute, maybe 2 minutes. The rear is different because you're going to take the shock out, you have to take the linkage off on this and blah. It's just a bit of a faff. So it's not something you can change mass quick. So that's why I think a lot of people don't do it. I'll be honest, I think if people could just do that would a click at fingers, but I've got gloves on. They'd change them straight away. I honestly think they would, but it's just faffing about, isn't it? So anyway, let's enough of me blabbling on. Let's get some riding done. We'll ride a few sections, speak to a few lads down here, yeah, and just generally have a potter about and get set for this trial on 27th. Come on, Gasser. Oh God. Hey, go on then. Go on then. Martin's back, the man is back. You should go. Well, yeah, look up there.
Multi-talented me, that. Slipping today, like, but I think we'll get there.
Wait for this present.
Well, yeah.
So just with Mark here, he was telling me he used to ride years and years ago. 30 years ago, Mark?
Easy.
Yeah, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And then he found the dreaded
Beer and women.
beer and women. Don't do it, kids, it's not good for, well, it's debatable, good for you. Mark was just saying that years back he used to ride like twin shocks, and I'm going to quickly tell the story, Mark, about when your granddad's, you say?
No, my uncle's bike, he used to ride when he was a kid, and it were in my grand's garage, and we used to play there as kids, like, and I always wanted this bike, but only little, wasn't big enough. But when I turned probably 14, something like that, they let me have it, started riding, had a good few years at it then.
And is there any, like he's just said then, obviously it takes some getting back used to riding different bikes. Do you feel like as soon as you've rid trials, because there's loads of people who watch this who've said they were in a similar situation to you, who've rid years ago and then put it away and then they've come back to it. Do you think once you've rid, it's like, you know, the age of riding a bike?
Yeah,
is it the same thing?
The only thing I'd say is different now, I'm a bit older and wiser, and I look at some sections and I think, nah, I ain't going to do that.
Yeah.
Whereas when I was 15, I was fearless, I'd just go straight over anything.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, it's going to hurt now if I fall off it.
Do you ride trials? Are you going to start riding trials again? Or
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I'm on it now, yeah.
And what year bike is this you've got?
I think it's an 2004, just picked it up, cheap bike, you know. It were really just, I wanted a cheap bike just to see if I liked it, and I am probably going to go back to bike soon.
Yeah.
So,
and you know the thing is as well, like I was saying this earlier on, that when you're at our level riding, it honestly don't matter what bike you've got. I genuinely believe that, like, you know, you need the basics to it, don't you? Clutch, brakes, throttle response to be somewhere near, but when you see people going out buying brand spanking bikes at our level, it's pointless. You know, and Mark's proving this. I've just been watching Mark ride here, and he's riding the exact same sections as what Crezy's riding on a pretty much brand new TRS.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, that's one thing I always say to people. I don't think you need,
definitely
you know, forget about CC, forget about how new it is. As long as it's set right, you're not a million mile off, are you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think I paid about 1,200 quid for this.
Really?
Yeah. Big truck. I've got a truck, so it goes on back a truck all right.
Yeah.
Off you go.
So yeah, it just shows you, like I say, you aren't going to spend a you know, stupid amount of money to get into trials and whatever else. 1,200 quid, as long as you've got a van or even a car and throw it on back at car. Mark was saying years back his mum used to throw it bike on back at car. People still do that now, and it's quite common. You get as many people throwing it on cars on them. Are they called Dave Cooper racks or something? Them racks on back? Yeah, I think they're called like Dave Cooper racks or something. Throw it on back, helmet, boots, it boot, jobs are good. So yeah, cheers Mark, thanks bud.
No problem, see you in a bit.
I'll tell you what,
You're like a medieval guardsman, I waste it.
Does.
Just whacking people.
When he stood in doorway like that.
Is this what you do when they come onto site? You just have to whack them with it?
That's right, that's right.
You get yellow card, red card, then stick.
No break, is there? Martin's back. 12 month? So Martin's been off 12 month. He had
one trial since.
He's a one trial since he had a vertigo. He's gone for the blue and yellow machine now, Sherco. Says he likes it. He hasn't ridden much. Good rider, Martin. One of them that just chips. No, not on camera. One of them that just chips away. Just like I've ridden quite a few trials with him, and yeah, good solid rider like. You don't muck about, old Martin.
I'm glad you said that, old.
I reckon he's been practicing it back garden, mate. Because he's saying he hasn't ridden for 12 months. Look at him in background here. He's hopping round, he's bouncing round, he's just got this rock step. I bet his back garden's massive, there's rocks everywhere. There must be. Josh is over here. This is class. Josh is over, where is it? Can you see him? He's over there. Oh no, that was crazy. He's over there, Josh. Anyway. Got some new trials boots on. Chrissy, can you get them trials boots from Cameo or Rev Shed, them ones?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
B&Q, home base, weights, cash and carry.
I'm just
There's a shorter length as well, but you can come with a pair of scissors to cut to size.
There you go, look.
They're deluxe version though, they are muck boots. No Dunlops here, sunshine.
Tiddy's here. Hey up, Tiddy!
Alright, lovely.
Alright. Tiddy's a stalwart of Hooton. He's down every week, ain't he, Tid? Every week?
Well, not on these.
No.
Hopefully he'll go down for me.
Tiddy will come round, he's here for hours and hours, he'll just ride round, happy as Larry on his beta. What year is that, Tiddy?
19.
19. Tiddy, he's after a new one. Why you want a new one?
We've worn this one out.
So there'll be a beta for sale soon.
Well,
2019, 4-stroke.
giving it away.
20 grand, you can have it. You can have it. So yeah, Tiddy's down here loads. Yeah, part of the Hooton, they call it picnic club because they just come down and it's class to be fair. Come down, ride the bikes, just generally chill out, and yeah, it's like a bit of a man's club if you like. Well, I shouldn't say that, that's wrong, because Ellen comes down. In fact, there's a few women I think that come down. I won't let Ellen near that because she'll probably beat shit out of me, to be honest. But yeah, they come down and just like ride about and order sandwiches, cups of tea. It's kind of everyone's welcome down here. So yeah, let's carry on. I want to get Josh in these boots. They're pearless, them. Technical way of starting a bike, this.
We're not sure it might be out of petrol.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it's going to start. Oh! He's got some boost, Josh.
Listen, if we get to about 4 o'clock, if you want to meet me in cabin, and I'll show you how to kick it for 15 minutes or so after.
Bits like this I always find good to practice on. They're just literally made. You can see it. kind of made like a square out and like old sleeper type thing, concrete ones, and they're good just to kind of practice that. When you see good riders like tap the front wheel onto something and blip onto it next, this is kind of good for this. So I could spend hours on this little bit alone, to be honest. One thing I forgot to mention earlier on bike that's not standard is when it came, it had a flywheel weight on it, and it's also got one of these S3 heads, and it's got low compression head in it, or insert in it. So in theory that's meant to kind of like tame them down a little bit. I spoke to a few people who are, you know, good riders, and asked for their opinion on it, and they actually said that a lot of the top riders ride with these flywheel weights on. I didn't think they would do, but apparently Dan Thoughts with one of these for years with flywheel weight on. I know he's obviously rode for gas for years, but I didn't know he'd been with a flywheel weight on. Could be wrong. Dan, if you watch this, which I don't think you probably do, confirm that for us. And then it's just got low compression head in it. Just kind of like tames it down just a little bit, and it honestly feels mint. So yeah, I forgot to mention that earlier. Martin's on fire here. He hadn't just been riding this. Here, watch this. No pressure here, Mark. Look at him. He was born on a Sherco. Marty just obviously said earlier he swapped to Sherco now. We'll try and grab him to talk us through the main differences maybe of this Sherco. It's a 250 this. We'll ask him anyway. I think it's a 250. Martin.
Yeah.
Tell us, obviously you had Vertigo before.
Vertigo Nitro.
Vertigo Nitro, sorry.
Just didn't get on with it.
And what are the main differences between this and... So to give it a background, Martin's rid a lot of different bikes, a lot of different disciplines, so he's not just rid one bike ever and then gone to another one, so...
Just a lot more easy to ride, lighter, feels less rigid than Nitro.
Is it 250, isn't it?
This is 250, Nitro 300 with flywheel weight on, but just couldn't get to grips with it. It was just too sort of stiff. Clubman riders, it might be an expert's bike,
Yeah.
but this is real nice.
And that's the thing, like you said, sometimes you just get on bikes and they just, for whatever reason, we were on about this earlier, you just don't get on with them, and you can't sometimes like pinpoint exactly what it is. But yeah, Martin's got this. How long you had this? Not long?
2 weeks.
2 week. 2 week and
Second outing on it this.
Second outing apart from when he's been riding it back garden round his sections that he's got.
Yeah.
But no, he's riding it. You can tell when someone's comfortable on a bike. Yeah, I'll turn around now.
Feel right.
Probably cock up now. Like that, honestly, that's not easy to do because your front wheel's going to want to drop into there. You can see from the side here. Yeah, it might look mega simple, but when conditions are like this as well, that's easy to, well, I know it's easy because I did it last week, went over handlebars. So yeah, Martin's obviously comfortable on Sherco. It just shows you that, you know, sometimes you settle on bikes and sometimes you don't. So, but yeah, that Vertigo he had, we're all singing, all dancing as well, and this Sherco is a nice bike, but it's not, you know, what you said the spec of this Vertigo is. So like I said, it kind of goes back to my point earlier that it don't matter how much a bike costs and, you know, the latest trick bits, if sometimes you just don't get on with them and other times you just click with a bike. So yeah, it's stuck now, like. It's stuck. Get it, sell it, sell it. Well, maybe it's an old Bantam frame, is it? Beauty. I love little bits and bobs like these. We're not breaking it, sir. Honest.
No problem. Never play if you want.
Really, is that? What engine is it? Is it based on a Bantam?
It is a Bantam. It's 186. It is a 3-speeder, which most of them aren't.
Mental that.
It's.
And how much of it have you done? You know, in terms of the.
Well, I bought a frame. I bought a bare frame and a tank. Everything else is mine.
Wow.
Built the engine. Well, my mate built the wheels. I made the brake plates. Made the airbox.
Incredible that.
Pretty much. Yeah, most of it. You know, it's.
And what year would the frame and that be?
Well, it's a Drayton, so it's about 5 year old.
Oh, so it's not.
It's a replica.
Ah, what? So the frame's been built?
Yeah, you can buy them.
Right.
Drayton's.
That's crazy.
It's got a really small chain on it, hasn't it?
Yeah, chain.
Well, you don't need anything with it.
Right. Look at that. 3 speed.
I've got an RS125 GP bike. That's the same chain.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, we don't run bloody great heavy chains on road races.
Yeah.
You know, that's. You have to, in fact, that's the spare chain off me on.
So as you can probably see, it's absolutely smashing it down. We've just started to set the sections out behind, so you can see some over there maybe, and then we're going to do another section over here. So it's hard because obviously you're trying to do it for every single ability. Setting trials out is not easy. I actually think the easiest ones to set out are the hard ones, because hard route riders tend to be able to just get up most things without the fear of kind of hurting themselves or whatever. They're not really thinking about that, if that makes sense. It's just more if they can get up it clean. Every other route I think is always conscious of potentially not just the severity of how hard it is, but the danger side of it as well. So we've tried to do this so that, well, these two sections at least, you know, on the easier side but still tricky. So tricky but not dangerous. We've rid the sections in a couple of times just to make sure they're riding. So we've got, I'm going to be riding green route, so we're going to have whites, yellows, greens, reds in order of severity. So we've got a couple of white route riders here who are helping us set out, which is good. We've got Helen who's going to ride yellow route, so she's moved up onto yellows, so that'll be tricky for her, but she just did that one absolutely fine. I'll be riding greens, and then like I said, the red ones kind of look after themselves because the hard riders are good riders for a reason. Tiddy's just been telling me he went to, what, Arco, did he? Arco? Yes. Went to Arco last week, freezing he was. Went in, asked for the best of the best for base layers or underwear, and then what did you do today?
50 quid's worth. Wore them once, shrunk them, I've got them on today, absolutely lathered, and they're nearly round my knees.
So, here's a tip, don't wash them on. What did you have it on washed it to about 150 on it, you know?
Only 60.
Only 60, he said. He obviously didn't read label.
Work, towels, everything.
That's very nice.
So as you can see, we're back home. GoPro ran out on the battery ran out on GoPro. So we never managed to get any more filming, which were annoying. But the vlog from the actual trial itself will be out. I'm hoping the day after the 27th. So whatever day that is, obviously 28th, but whatever day it is. I lose track of my Christmas in what day is what, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, so massive thanks for everybody down at Hooton for putting the time in, the effort into getting these new sections and stuff built. And I'm hoping that there's a good turnout on 27th. If there is, and you see this before, I'll be out and about with camera, just doing my normal stuff. And yeah, I'll try and speak to as many people as I can. It's going to be slippy, I think, but everything should be doable. Well, it will be. Everything will be doable. I've looked at a few sections that they've put in, and they're absolutely fine. If nobody's ever rode a trial before, come down to this one, because I think it'll be absolutely perfect. And you never know, it may kind of set the way for you to start riding trials in future. So yeah, massive thanks to everybody down there, and yeah, I'll see you soon, hopefully down at the trial on the 27th. Job's a good one.